I stayed with him because I felt I had to, because my sense of self and identity was so intertwined with his that I felt like I would actually cease to exist without him. And that is how completely dysfunctional abuse can be. I felt helpless. I remember daydreaming about someone saving me because I felt I wasn't capable of doing it myself. As a grown woman, I was made to feel so worthless and useless that I felt like I couldn't even make a difference for myself in my own life. That's how insidious that abuse is. It just plants a seed and then it grows.
Many times I was at the point of leaving him and thinking, okay, this is it, I'm gonna go. But just at the moment I really wanted to get out. He would do something so nice, or he would come up to me for help, and sometimes he would even be crying and explaining how he was like a victim of his own behavior. Like he was crying because he knew he had this anger problem, and he had this,
People who have strong empathy and who are able to see the unrealized potential inside a psychopath may feel that they cannot leave that person because it's very difficult for them to be not loyal to someone, because they have very strong loyalty to people in general. And also, psychopaths are very good in triggering the caring instinct in people. And when people have a strong caring instinct, it also has a very strong grip on them. They feel that they have a moral duty to help this person. And in that way, you know, when they're in a relationship with this person, either a personal or a professional relationship, they are not able to abandon a lost cause.
It is very difficult to leave somebody who is asking you for help. So, and I didn't see that was a part of his manipulation. So whenever I was helping him, I felt safe. And also, when he asked for help, I thought at the same time he was admitting like there is something wrong and he needs help and there is change. There's going to be a change for the better. So I thought, okay, so when I help him, I will only see this nice guy that I saw in the beginning. I will only see this nice part of him again, and all the abuse is going to go away. Maybe it was very naive, but it sounded and seemed very sincere, the way he presented it.
So because you're already not yourself anymore, don't have the straight anymore, and you don't know really what's going on, it's really hard to get out. And then a lot of times, when you do get out, the narcissist is not willing to let you go. Of course, it's all about power and control. So if the relationship is ending, the narcissist is losing the control over you. So that's something they can't cope with. So that's why they will keep on trying to get you back. And they're so good in all this acting that they will act like a prince again. And you remember the high feelings you had from the beginning of the relationship. And you always want that feeling back. So what's next thing will happen? That you think, well, maybe I didn't see it right. Maybe I should try it again. And then there you go on again and again. And every time you go back, you will get weaker. So every time it's harder to get out.
She would call me from morning till night and leaving messages like this long about how I was so perfect for her, and she would even apologize for stuff that that she did, and that I was right about everything, and that she needed help and she couldn't live without me, and I was her savior. And yeah, we were back right where we started in the beginning of the relationship. It was that thing again, like all lovey-dovey.
He'd keep sending me messages, or he'd make sure I knew that he had a new girlfriend within a week, obviously, because narcissists don't exist without supply. So he needed a new one immediately, and he made sure the news reached me. So he wanted to, in that way, kind of be on top of what I was doing by, you know, rather than the scene we were in was very small, so he would find out what I was doing via other people. He would look at all my socials, and I blocked him everywhere. But that's what he was trying to do, you know, just trying to stay in my life in that way, or trying to push my buttons in that way.
When he wanted me back, literally everything changed about him. I was no longer crazy for being a spiritual person. Now he liked it too. Everything I liked, he liked. He seemed very empathetic all of a sudden, talking about feelings, and he was crying when he told me how sorry he was for abusing me and that he wanted a second chance. He said that the new him would never do that. At that time, I didn't know as much about narcissism yet, and I thought, well, maybe he has changed. Maybe I should give him a second try. And just when I was getting close enough, he returned right back into his old abusive self. It was all a show, and he was already isolating me and setting me up against the new friends I had made after leaving him.